You know, I never looked at this. It's amazing how false this picture is. I mean, first off, you don't go from 4 to 7. And secondly, there's not grass in between those two S's. There's a lot of concrete. Because 4 actually turns in, makes 5 and 6, and then comes out at 7. It's a NASCAR layout here. Welcome back, folks. Back to Infineon. Dorothy McLean is on pole. And I looked it up. Daniel Bardens was on pole with Dorothy McLean in second in Phoenix. So Bardens being fast in the Firebirds was not that big of a surprise. I knew I was thinking of something. Ooh, the white one. Ah. 17 laps here in Infineon. Sonoma Sonoma, Infineon, Sears Point, Wine Country, blah-de-blah-de-blah. RUST-OLEUM Camaros are on point. There we go. And yes, Dorothy McLean working on it again. She is running the show right now. A pole and a win in Firebirds. A win and now a pole in Camaros. Who's going to stop her? Bardens has tried. Didn't work. Maybe Marshall can do it in the Camaros this time. We'll see. Got Wolf and Harvey at the back here, along with Howell and Black. Harvey looking to change his luck in the Camaros. It's not been a good time. Firebirds have been fine, but Camaros, not so much. There's our reigning champion, Jim Carranza. Had a bad race in the Firebirds. Nicholas Eckert looking to get back on his top 5 spree. Well, 30 seconds of the command. John Lane, haven't heard of him this weekend. Rightly so. As was mentioned back in Phoenix, Lane is only eligible for Camaros. Ellis is only eligible for Firebirds. If they finish last of all the house drivers in these two in each series that they're running, they're done. They are forced out. If they win, though, they can force their way back into the other one. Everybody's rolling. Haven't had a major break so far. A couple of accidents, but nothing crazy. Coming to the green flag, McLean steps on it. What a monochrome front 3 that is. gray car, white, silver car, white car, black car. We're just missing the dark gray one. However, McLean does not get the clean jump this time. Hernandez is right there. And actually takes the lead outright. Remember, Hernandez has never won a race in either series. It is the overall champion between the two. We got a gaggle back there, but everybody's able to hold on to it. But Hernandez has never won a race. Can this be it? McLean is second, Gardens third. Hopefully Gardens can hold on to themselves this race. Harrison fourth, Walker in fifth. Eckert in sixth, looking to get that top five. Gronson seventh, looking to reestablish themselves as a champion, or at least a contender. Hammond in eighth, Lynn White in ninth. Charles Marshall already falling back. 10th as of right now, going to lose that spot to Minnie Nelson, possibly Wayne Stadler. And does. Marshall in 12th. Pittman 13th. Daniel Barden's 14th, a far cry from last race. Jacob Aronson 15th. Tracy House 16th. John Lane 17th and losing positions. John Tucker looking to take 17th, excuse me. And it looks like they do. Putting Lane in 18th. Wolf temporarily in 19th. Black in 20th. Harvey in 21st. But Wilkinson in dead last. What happened here? Pitted. Came in on the parade lap. Didn't catch it. My bad. No, he came in on the first lap. And doesn't look like he's having a good time at all. We will keep an eye on that 5. He's already 30 seconds behind. And, well, he's up to speed now, but something is obviously wrong with that 5. However, Isaac Hernandez still leading. McLean still in second. I believe McLean's been in the top 5 every race this season, usually in the top 3. And of course finishes, has finished first or second every race so far of all 4. All 4. Well, all 3 events. This is the 4th one, but still, this is a strong showing. I hope that they can keep it up. Tyler Gardens, there is Jekyll and Hyde nature. Catherine Harris, trying to show she's actually a contender. John Walker saying, "Hey, I got a bronze badge on my headlight. I'm coming through." Carranza saying, "I've got the gold one. I'm coming too." Looks like Marshall was able to mitigate his losses a little bit. McLean gets close to Hernandez, but not a chance there. Washes out, can't hold the position. We've got a battle for 6th. Eckert, who's gotten a taste of success, and Carranza, who's the champ? In fact, this race, I believe, was Carranza's first win of 3 last season. So don't count out that number 16 yet. Minnie Nelson and Wayne Stather battle for 10th place. Nelson will hold on for now. Marshall looks like he's able to recover some speed. Harvey just has no speed, it looks like. He's trying, but he just can't keep up with anybody else. And Wilkinson is trying to recover. He has clean air, so he's able to make some time, but he's just not that fast. Hernandez still leading. Nice shot of the alley here. But you can see the concrete snaking down into the valley there, where the alternate course is. And of course the drag strip as well. We are 4 laps down, closing in on 5. Dorothy McLean trying to catch Isaac Hernandez. Isaac Hernandez saying, I want a win. Can he get it here? Now remember, McLean put that lead foot to the perfect use yet at Phoenix. Literally getting alongside later and just out pulling them in a drag race to the finish line out of turn 4. 3, 4. However you, whatever you consider the final turn, however you consider Phoenix's layout. And won the race. It could happen again. It's doubtful, but it could happen again. Looks like we're pretty much single file. Looks like everybody's calmed down a little bit. Wilkinson is making time. It's not a whole lot of it. Harris gets Pied Gardens. Quite notably. I don't see any damage on Gardens. Maybe it just got loose. Walker's there to put pressure on. Followed by Eckert, Carranza, Hammond, White, and Nelson. Harvey's hoping for some help at this point. It's looking like Wilkinson might be able to catch him and pass him. Everybody's pretty much single file at this point. Got a little bit of competition here. Wolf and Black. Battle for the back markers. Hopefully they don't crash. That would be regrettable for everybody involved. But Harvey looking possibly the inside. No, gonna hold off. He would be a little conservative on this today. Not a bad idea. Three of the 4 grayscale cars are at the front of the field. The white and black 13, the silver and white 14, and the black and white 20. Nicholas Eckert has gotten past John Walker for 5th. Walker and Carranza, both in the top 3. Carranza the champ, Walker 3rd after last season. All 3 title contenders from last year are in the top 7. Somebody just went to the dirt, and I think it was McLean, because Harris has caught McLean. And then Harris goes way out wide. Walker's back up to Eckert, looking to take that position back. I don't think they're going to get it at this point. Hammond looking to take the position away from Carranza. And it's a parking lot behind them. Harvey still can't get going. Hernandez and McLean are close. Every time you look away, McLean gets closer. She's pushing. She's trying. Trying to make Isaac make a mistake. Nelson still holding 10th. Looking at Lynn White ahead and John Hammond. Thomas Hammond, excuse me. Too many Johns. Whoa, Wayne Sadler making a dive on the 11. And the 11, Lynn White hits the wall. The Knight is in the wall coming out of the final turn. Penultimate turn, out of the carousel. Doesn't look like major damage on the 9. But that is going to fend a few more finals. Didn't really need that. You can see some of the dust that's been kicked around out here. Minnie Nelson looking possibly to make a dive this time. Harris closes distance. Lap 10 of 17 down. Isaac Hernandez has led every lap so far. Dorothy McLean, the pole sitter, has been in second every lap. Third, Catherine Harris. Fourth, Tyler Gardens under pressure from fifth, Nicholas Eckert. Sixth, John Walker. Seventh, Jim Carranza, last year's winner. Thomas Hammond in eighth. Minnie Nelson up to ninth after Lynn White hit the wall coming out of the carousel, turn 11. No visible damage to that 9. The front bumper cover may be a little out of whack. Maybe. But that might be enough for Wayne Sadler to take advantage. Sadler in 11th. Daniel Bardens led most of the Firebirds race here. Finished second. Somebody in the Walker and Carranza right next to each other. Charles Marshall up to 13th. Looks like we've had some issues. We have a caution. Why do we have a caution? What caused the caution? I don't know. Oh! That explains why the running order was out of whack. So who's at fault here? This is going to be a racing accident. I can already tell. Pittman goes wide. Hal runs out of room. No real damage for either, and they move on. Pittman has not had much luck this year. Hal tries going to the grass to pass him, and it doesn't work. And then, Tracy, what are you doing? So, interesting developments. Gerard Wilkinson has a chance to make up spots now. As we stand, we have 6 laps to go. I imagine this will be a quick caution, which means we'll probably restart with 4 to go. That said, 1 more full lap, at least. Isaac Hernandez leading. Dorothy McLean is second. Catherine Harris third. Tyler Garden fourth. Nicholas Eckert fifth. John Walker in sixth. Jim Carranza in seventh. Careful. Thomas Hammond in eighth. Minnie Nelson in ninth. Lynn White in 10th. Wayne Stadler in 11th. Daniel Bardens in 12th. Charles Marshall in 13th. Jacob Aronson in 14th. John Lane in 15th. John Tucker in 16th. Cedric Black in 17th. James Wolfe in 18th, taking advantage of the spins. Davis Pittman in 19th. Chris Harvey able to take some advantage in 20th. 21st, Tracy Howell doing things. And Gerard Wilkinson having to recover from a early pit stop. Now he has a chance, but he's still in 22nd. We'll see where this goes. And we... Did I just see that? Yeah, we're going green. We just happened to catch it as the lights went off. So it will be 4 laps to go. 4-lap shootout to the finish. Let's see what happens here. Sometimes I wonder if a little bit faster pace speed would be an ideal move around here. Of course, some of these are low-speed corners. Through these S's, it's no problem, but through Carousel and Turn 7 up there, where they drop to city turning speeds, anywhere between 30 and 50, it gets a bit hectic. Gonna slow right down. Pace car is about to dive off. Hopefully no more shenanigans. And we get a good race all the way to the finish. Pace car peels off. So close there, buddy. Hernandez gets a bump by McLean. He gets a bump by Harris. Four to go. This time by. We go back to green. A little bit of a delay from Hernandez there. And McLean is all over, and it is a multitude of colors. Everybody fanning out. Now Hernandez has managed to get some distance. McLean is second, having to fight with Harris. Harris looking to take second. I don't know that they're going to get it this time because they have Gardens on them. Gardens goes way wide. Eckert might have a chance. No. Eckert has to let off. But forces Gardens wide in turn 7. Now if Eckert's is smart, he might pay attention to what Gardens doing, because Gardens spun out here yesterday, in the Firebird race. They managed to get through here without too many issues. A little bit more of a cluster back in the pack. John Lane trying to work his way up. A lot of 2 wide, maybe a little 3 wide. Everybody's fighting with everybody. But what matters, 3 laps to go. Hernandez leading still. Can he hold? Did that caution help the tires to where he can hold? Or did it just set up McLean for another win? Or even Harris? The 2 rust color cars. The champ of Carranza, currently 8th. Bardens has gotten past Nelson for 9th, excuse me. Uh-oh. Another 2 wide battle here in the S's. That's... Carranza spun! Our reigning champion has spun out. Tracy Howell has to jump on the anchors in order to not hit him. That's a caution. That's race. That's a race over. McLean has to floor and no, that's it. Hernandez crosses the line with 2 laps left. That's the end of the race. They will not reset fast enough for them to start back up again. I will be shocked if that happens. This race will finish under caution. In a manner that I was not expecting at all. I thought maybe a rookie would Bennett. Thought maybe Hernandez would feel the pressure. Maybe Minnie Nelson would be overzealous and knock herself out. I did not expect Jim Carranza in 8th place to just bail, basically. Carranza is dead last. That's some fairly heavy damage. So what happened? No. Let's get the helicopter on this one. I don't believe that. In the S's, it got loose and just completely lost it. Wow. Reigning series champion in the wall, loose. Losing it in the S's. The race winner last year here in Sonoma. And they'll finish 22nd out of 22. That's madness. We will keep paying attention to the racing, well, or the lack of, because these are cars and they can break. However, barring some absolutely batty circumstances, Isaac Hernandez will be your race winner. That said, let's pay attention to this pace car. Coming over the hill. I understand the frustration with races like this where we do finish under caution. However, them's the breaks sometimes. Okay. And at this point, the lights are still on. We will finish this race under caution. We may cut away before everybody is parked. But we know, well, actually we don't. Because they still have to cross the finish line. However, the only one really facing any trouble with that is that 16. Even though there seems to be some argy-bargy going on. No one's really damaging anybody. But they have to cross the finish line one more time to make it official. I don't know if Isaac is holding his breath in that car right now or not. I hope he's not, because he might pass out beforehand. But it's been up and down. It's been up and down the entire time. Starting poorly last season, starting poorly this season, having a hot streak in the middle of the season where they finished second, I believe, 4 times across both series, but could not get the win. And today they lead. Today, so far, Isaac Hernandez has led every lap of this race and looks to lead the final lap. McLean gives him a bump. It's not going to matter. This is going to be your final lap, your finishing order. Isaac Hernandez finally wins at Infineon Raceway in Sonoma, California. His first win in either series, and it comes in the RUST-OLEUM Camaros. Almost flubbed it. Almost flubbed it. Pace car lights are off. It doesn't matter anymore. Everybody will follow the pace car in. Hernandez wins. Dorothy McLean finishes second. Catherine Harris third. Tyler Gardens fourth. Nicholas Eckert gets his third top 5 of both series this season. 3 of 4. Well done, kid. John Walker in 6th, holding that position. Thomas Hammond in 7th. Daniel Bardens taking over 8th from the crash with Carranza. Nelson up to 9th. Lynn White bounced off the wall and still finishes 10th. 11th is Wayne Stadler. 12th is Jacob Aronson. 13th is Charles Marshall. They should hold that position most of the day. John Lane, I believe, actually picked up a couple positions, finishing 14th. John Tucker as well, 15th. James Wolfe might have been able to sneak a couple more. However, the cautions fell as they did, and so be it. He finishes 16th. Cedric Black finishes 17th. Davis Pittman 18th. Not having a strong start. Chris Harvey finishes 19th, but did not give up a good position. Just didn't have a good weekend at all. Gerard Wilkinson finishes 20th after having to pit. Crazy. Tracy Howell gets knocked sideways and then goes to the grass and just could not get it back even after the race restarted. And then our reigning champion, our reigning race winner, Jim Carranza, in 22nd. Damage, it looks severe, but these Camaros take a lot of punishment, so. And there we go, everybody single file in. And that'll be it for this race. What an event. So, if you like what you've seen and want to join in, there's a link to the Discord in the description below. However, until next time, I am Brian the Blank. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's race. And until next time, goodbye everybody. See you in Michigan.